Maureen McCormick was the face of perfection on television in the 1970s. As Marcia Brady on the Brady Bunch, she was America's golden girl, blonde, bubbly, and seemingly flawless. But behind the sparkling eyes and the picture-perfect smile was a teenage girl quietly falling apart under the crushing weight of fame and expectations. When the show began in 1969, Maureen was only 13, thrust into stardom at an age when most kids were just trying to survive high school. To the world, she was Marcia, the ideal daughter and the queen bee of the Brady kids. But to herself, she was Maureen, an insecure young girl constantly battling the pressure to be someone she wasn't. As the years passed and the show ended, in 1974, Maureen struggled to break free from the shadow of Marcia Brady. Hollywood didn't see Maureen anymore. They only saw Marcia. Roles stopped coming in, and with the loss of the spotlight came an identity crisis that led her down a dark and dangerous path. She began experimenting with cocaine, eventually becoming addicted, a fact she would later admit in her memoir. Her descent into addiction wasn't just about drugs, it was about escaping the impossible image she had been forced to maintain. The real moment that exposed her inner chaos came years later, during a Brady Bunch reunion special. Fans tuned in expecting nostalgic smiles and wholesome fun, but what they saw instead was a version of Maureen that stunned them. She appeared disoriented, missed lines, and gave the cameras far more than the polished performance they expected. She gave them a raw and painful glimpse of her reality. That moment, though uncomfortable, was real. It wasn't Marcia Brady standing there, it was Maureen McCormick, a woman unraveling under the weight of a persona she no longer recognized. Behind the scenes, Maureen's life was a whirlwind of drug use, toxic relationships, and mental health struggles. She confessed to losing days to cocaine binges and showing up to auditions completely out of it, sabotaging her own chances at a comeback. But despite the rock-bottom moments, Maureen found the strength to fight back. With the support of her future husband, Michael Cummings, she sought help and entered rehab. It was the start of a long and painful road to recovery. In 2008, she released her memoir, Here's the Story, Surviving Marcia Brady and Finding My True Voice, in which she shared the raw truth about fame, addiction, and healing. The book was a turning point. It allowed her to reclaim her story from the character that had long overshadowed her. Today, Maureen is more than just the girl who played Marcia Brady. She's a wife, a mother, and a survivor who uses her story to help others battling similar demons. The cameras once caught her in a moment of vulnerability, a moment that once symbolized failure but now stands as proof of resilience. That extra she gave the cameras wasn't just a slip, it was a cry for help, and in the end, it was the beginning of her transformation. Maureen McCormick's journey is a powerful reminder that the brightest smiles often hide the deepest pain, and that healing begins the moment we show our true selves.